Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is quite a different one. I have a different background. I'm actually staying at a different place, and I just thought I'd share with you my everyday Hobonichi. These are the things that I reach for on a daily basis or almost daily. I'll also give you a snapshot of the pens that I use currently. So I try to regularly switch out my fountain pens and my fountain pen inks, but I also don't neglect my ballpoint pens and gel pens. So anyway, let's start. The biggest one is this A5 with the cover Today's Adventure. So this was released for the 2022 lineup, and you just have here a very nice snapshot of like daily life. And these are really just fun yet simple, animation. And it has the yellow and blue leather tabs, so the bookmark is yellow. And I currently have the Hobonichi cousin. This is the Japanese version. So yeah, until 2023, all the cousins are in Japanese. So this one, I use it to journal, but over the months I realized that I tend to switch from the A5 to the A6 in terms of working and journaling, related matters. So sometimes if I feel like I want to write more, I go to the A5, and I really love it. I use the, what's this? The Animal Crossing. This is the pencil board. And I don't play Animal Crossing, but I really like the design. It's like a fresh green color, and this pattern back here, although it's dirty with fountain pen inks and smudging, I really find it soothing and pleasing to the eye. And the pens that I currently use to write in the A5 cousin is this OG Basic Platinum Preppy, and it's the extra fine, or the 0.2 size, and I'm just using the black cartridge. So yeah, it writes very finely. Let me just give you a sample writing. It's clean, it's crisp, it just fits inside the boxes. So, and I tend to write small, so this is really good. It doesn't smudge as much because you don't put a lot of ink on the paper. And another pen that I use, so what I do is I use the pen holders not to keep the techo closed, but actually to put more than one pen. So this is a Sailor Pro Gear Slim. I think this is the mini version, not sure. It has the white body with the silver trim, and this was a surprise gift to me by my hubby when our daughter turned 3 last October. My husband gave me this, as sort of gratitude for, labor and like a push present. But he gives me something every year, so I really find that very sweet. And although he's not into fountain pens, he puts in effort to really find out what pens I really like. And this is in the fine nib. I think it's a MF, medium fine, but I'm not sure if you can see that. it's a 14K nib. And let me just, let's do a writing sample. And this is Pilot Iroshizuku Fuyugaki pen. This is like the perfect pumpkin, Halloween, autumn ink. It's not too orangey. It has hints of like brown. So it's a really nice color, especially if you want to write notes on your Halloween loot bags and trick-or-treat things. So yeah, I like it. Okay, so that's my first techo. Okay, the second one is the 5-year A6 techo, and I think out of all of my techos, I put a bit more effort into this one. All the more, maybe because I know this is something that I will eventually give to my daughter, and it's not just milestones and chronicling her day, but also giving her snippets of things that are happening while she is growing up. So she may not be aware of things that are happening in this world. So this is like a tribute to what was written in the 2023 pouch, if you've read that. So I try to write something every day, but on the days that I don't have anything, it's okay. I don't put pressure on myself, and sometimes I put photos, especially on days like there's nothing really significant, there's no milestoning worthy entry, but if there's a picture for that day, I print it out using the Canon selfie, and it just helps us celebrate those non-special days, as Hobonichi likes to put it. So I've been writing here for more than a year now, and I'm quite proud of myself for being able to put entries. I guess it's good motivation that this is something that I intend to pass on to my little girl. And I am currently using it's a ballpoint pen. Is this one? Okay, it's a Mitsubishi UM151. It's the Uniball Signo DX, and I really like this one. It writes finely, but at the same time it puts a solid color on the paper. So here's an entry. So this is a sample writing. This is blue black using this one, and on the other page is an entry from last year, and it's black, and I use a fountain pen for this one. And just looking between those colors, yeah, I think the Unisigno has saturated inks. It doesn't look faded or anything, so I really enjoy it. And for things that, I just write a couple of sentences every day. I don't write a novel, and it's enough, I guess. And I am currently using the pencil board from Gurunpa's kindergarten, and I really like it. And I may plan on giving everything to her, like not just the book, but also the cover and the pencil board, and maybe this one. Okay, the third one is an A6 techo. This is the English version. Yeah, and This is my very first planner, the A6 Dreamy Soda. And the cover on cover is, what do you call that? Season of Hope, I think. And it really goes well with the blue color of the Dreamy Soda. And of course, I have two fountain pens here. The first one is a Kaweco iridescent, and I just have this black clip with it. It has the extra fine nib. All of my Kawecos have extra fine nibs, and it's a preference. I enjoy an extra fine nib. And between the German and the Japanese nibs, I prefer the Japanese EF nibs, even if they tend to be on the scratchier side. And I also have this Hobonichi stencil, which is kind of useful if you are tracking, if you try to put, codes. Let's see if you can see it from here. And it's also a ruler, a built-in ruler. So it helps you when you want to, put diagrams and graphs and charts and all of that. And the other pen is another Sailor Professional Gear. So you can see the difference on the size. The silver one is a tad shorter, but they're both white. And this one has the rose gold trim. This one I got pre-loved from our fountain pen marketplace, and I really love it. It's also in the fine nib. And I really like Sailor Pro Gear pens. They're just really handy. I also like the design. It's like so elegant and classic. So yeah, and you really can't go wrong with a Japanese fountain pen. So I use this as mainly for work. I put my days, I put appointments and notes, and sometimes I use it to take note of my inks. But overall, I really enjoy putting in here my work deliverables and my schedule for the day. It just helps me recall, especially when I am tracking my hours. We have that in our office. So since we are working from home, it's a hybrid setup. You log in your hours online and then you put in your deliverables for that day, meetings, deadlines, and this is a good way to track all of them. And I also use a pencil board. This is the classic navy and pink one. I think it goes well with the Dreamy Soda aesthetic. So yeah, that's my A6. And the last one is my Weeks. And the Weeks was not on my list when I first looked at it at the website. I was more into the Techos and the Cousin, but I was really intrigued with the designs. I really like the designs of Weeks more than the covers actually. And this is from the Omiya Yogashiten. I hope that when I get the chance to visit Japan again someday, that I visit their cafe and, do some journaling there. But I have it here, and I have this stencil from Hobonichi, and this is very useful, especially if you use it to track or if you have a coding system. This is the Weeks, and I have here tabs just to flip through the pages more conveniently. I use this pencil board, which is the brown and like the fuchsia pink. And as you all know, this is a well-loved, well-used Weeks. It has a lot of my errands, my to-dos, so it's a combination of work and non-work activities. And this is where I also track my finances, my spending, my deadlines, due dates, you know, payment schedules and deadlines. So this is a very useful and very handy. It fits in most of my handbags. And its constant companion is this Nagasawa, which is the skeleton, which is their demonstrator, and I really love the rose gold trim. And I just have it currently inked with the Yamabudo from Pilot Iroshizuku. So yeah, I really enjoyed this pen and ink combo, and it surprisingly goes well with the cream Tomoe River paper. It's not too obnoxious, and it's not your usual neutral shades of the blacks and blues and reds. So yeah, I enjoy the Yamabudo color. So that is it for the Hobonichi that I use on a daily basis, or almost every day. So like for the 5-year, I don't write in this every day. Sometimes I don't write for like a few days, and then I spend an hour sitting down and then just going back on the days. Of course, I take notes beforehand on milestones and things that happened and all of that for my daughter. And these two, well, the weeks is something that I reach for on a daily basis, and also for the A6, but this is only during work days. So weekends and holidays, I don't reach for this, mainly because, you know, this is more for work. And the A5 is a journaling, and I try to journal every day, but on days that I don't feel like it, I don't pressure myself. So journaling is supposed to be therapeutic. It's not supposed to bring you anxiety and pressure and all of that. It's counterintuitive. It's not helping you at all. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry if the camera is a bit shaky. I don't have my tripod with me. I was filming it one-handed, so I'm using my right hand to hold the camera, but I hope you get a gist of my Hobonichi lineup and what I use on a daily or almost daily basis. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you can. It takes a second or two, and hope you can join my small but growing community in YouTube. So thank you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!